So as always, we're going to start with the unemployment rate. And unemployment rate is 6.9%. And it is a very important factor as lower pre-pandemic numbers were so much lower. And then starting from April to July, it was between 8 and 14%, but it has been coming down month after month since April, which is a positive sign. Obviously, we are hoping to keep it coming down, and experts are projecting that it will continue to drop down. There have been several recessions in the US throughout history, but if you look historically at the times during recessions where the numbers of months that unemployment was greater or equal to 9%, I mean, the 9% of the recession, 2020, is the lowest. It puts the unemployment perspective where we are right now, nowhere near what it was in the past. The Great Recession has 108 months. Great Recession had 30 months. 1980s oil recession had 19 months. And in 2020 recession, we're only having 4 months where the unemployment rate was greater than or equal to 9%. Also, the number of people in active forbearances are decreasing. It's continued to go down since May. So more people are paying their mortgage and they're getting their jobs back. Many people are wondering what will happen due to the election. I would recommend looking at few factors, and the first one is inventory. And back in 2008, the levels of inventory were high, putting us into the buyer's market, and the houses were depreciating because there was so much supply. And today inventory levels are very, very low, showing that it is a seller's market and the prices are going up because buyers are paying more to secure their homes. Also, right now, the percentage of equity of the homeowners is very strong. John Burst Consulting tells us that around 42% of the homes owned are owned free and clear, and they have no mortgage. And that 90% homes have at least 10% of equity, which indicates that less homes will go into foreclosure due to the equity they have. So there is a lot of data that points to a positive forecast for the housing market in the future. So right now we're coming back to Santa Clara County data, and I want to thank Dasha for putting the slides together. Thank you very much again. So month of October, and the prices are highest ever. We are at $1,450,000. This is like 2018 numbers with the strength for the single family home, with the strong single family home market. That all started in April and still going forward, which means that we are continuing to grow steadily and in the strong environment. The highest number of homes sold in 5 years. So we sold 1,072 homes in 2020. So we're comparing 5 different October months here, and we are the highest. San Mateo, Santa Clara are doing the best. Other counties are showing some adjustments. The sale volume, the dollars transactions, are the highest. It is very, very impressive. If we come to the new listings for the single family homes, the numbers are increasing. It's 1,271 homes. Again, this is something different for the month of October. It's not the very regular numbers. People don't usually put their properties on the market at this time. They would wait, end of January, February to start putting the homes on the market. So that is a good sign to start seeing homes coming to the market. It's only 9 days on the market on the county level for single family homes. Sale to list price ratio, we are high again. We're highest since March 2020, 103%. So we're looking at the increased median prices. We're comparing cities one to each other. What we're seeing is that the appreciation year over year. So we see that Stanford, 32%, San Martin, 63%, Sunnyvale, 16%, Campbell, 12%, very, very impressive numbers. We also see some negative numbers, decreased median prices in the cities like Palo Alto, Los Gatos, Mountain View, Morgan Hill. Palo Alto and Mountain View had very strong October last year. This year is showing a slight decrease. All those cities increased year over year and month over month and leaving their momentum. Only Los Gatos is showing 0 in this graph. Increased median prices for condos and townhomes, which are called common interest properties. They are doing good as well. Common interest shows increase of 3.5%. The median price for the condos and townhomes is $828,000, and year over year increase is 2.5%. Decreased median prices for condos and townhomes are for the cities Los Altos, Palo Alto, Morgan Hill, and San Jose. There are so many closed sales this month compared to the last year. We're gonna need 2 graphs right here. So we're seeing Los Altos Hill, Stanford, Morgan Hill, Cupertino, San Jose, Milpitas, Santa Clara, Gilroy, Palo Alto, Campbell, Mountain View, Sunnyvale, Montesino, Saratoga. We're seeing good numbers here. So this is the graph for the single family homes, and the next one is going to be for condos and townhomes. So Los Altos, Santa Clara, Sunnyvale are showing very good numbers, and if we see Milpitas and they're 34%, the actual numbers I believe is so much higher because this data is for the existing homes and we're not counting the new construction, new developments in those cities, especially in Milpitas, and those numbers would be much higher. City-wise, we are seeing the increase in new listings, and there is no decrease at all. August was little down, but in terms of new listings, October was very high. The market is picking up, and I'm again gonna use this expression of steady and strong every month when we're talking about the market right now. We are 8 months into the pandemic since March, and we are in the 4th quarter of the year, and still the market is going up. Common interest listings are highest year over year. October was the lowest over 3 years, which means that last 3 years, 19, 18, and 17, it was the lowest, but with the exception of this year, it is the highest. The negative graph is actually the days on the market again, which means that the days are getting shorter and shorter. Again, buyers need to act really, really fast, and sellers are very lucky to sell their homes at this time of the time. And San Jose is again down 1 day from 9 days last month to 8 days in October. It's tough out there for the buyers for sure. The competition is so high. And you see, we're seeing continuation of this graph where the days on the market are just keep decreasing. So if we see if we come to the graph with the increased sale to price ratio, 103% at the county level, and San Martin 102%, 7% increase from last year. Los Gatos 6% increase from last year. Campbell 5% increase from last year, and selling 104%. Milpitas 104% and 5% increase from last year. San Jose 4% increase from last year. Impressive. Increased sale to list price ratio. This is the second slide, so we can see that Sunnyvale 106% and 4% change from last year. Morgan Hill 3% increase from last year and selling for 101%. Mountain View 103% and 1% increase from last year. So we're almost done, and we're wrapping up with the month-over-month data for the single family homes here. So we can still see the very good increase, and our last slide is gonna be for condos and townhomes. Even here, we are seeing some data. It's not as good as single family homes. It's much more conservative, but we're still seeing some increase. And of course, that's gonna very much depend on the very exact location, on the very exact zip code. And again, reminding that this data for October is not typical. It's very unusual, and it's a great month. And I hope that the housing market is just gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. Thank you very much for listening to me, and have a very good time for the rest of the evening. Thank you.